Good morning, students. Welcome to the online history class. We are reading Coming of the Europeans. This is chapter 5 of your history book. In today's lesson, we will read the advent of English or British. British, they came to India with the intention of trading. However, soon they took interest in politics and they ruled India for many years. Now, in 1600, on 31st December, Queen Elizabeth I issued a royal charter authorizing East India Company to trade with Eastern countries for 15 years. Now, what is royal charter? A royal charter is a formal document issued by a monarch like king or queen as letters patent granting a right or power to an individual or a body corporate, that is company. So over here what Queen Elizabeth I did, she gave permission to East India Company to come to India and trade. After getting this permission to trade, ships of East India Company landed in India to trade in spices, cotton and sugar. In this connection, the mention of William Hawkins is very much important. Who was he? William Hawkins, a representative of English East India Company, was the commander of Hector. Hector was the first company ship to anchor at Surat in India on 24th August 1608. Now, when William Hawkins came to India at that point of time, Portuguese had a strong hold in this trading business in India. So naturally, William Hawkins faced several obstructions from Portuguese. He wanted to meet the then ruler of India, who was Emperor Jahangir, because he knew that to do any kind of business or trade in India, he need to have a permission from Emperor Jahangir. So naturally he wanted to meet him, but he faced many obstructions from the Portuguese. So it took him 1 year to travel from Surat to Agra. He traveled to Agra to negotiate consent for a factory from Emperor Jahangir in 1609. Emperor Jahangir allowed him to set up a warehouse, that is a factory, in Surat to store the goods with which the English are going to trade. But under the pressure of Portuguese viceroy, the grant was withdrawn. Although Hawkins lived in the court of Mughal emperor till 1611 and he was favorite of Emperor Jahangir, so he tried to reverse these orders. So what does that mean? He tried to persuade Emperor Jahangir to take back his orders, but the Portuguese influence over the king was very powerful, was very strong, so he cannot reverse the orders. In this connection, the important thing is the Battle of Swalihole. So it was in this battle Portuguese was defeated by the English. This battle took place in November 1602 off the coast of Suvali. Now the place where this battle took place was called Suvali, as English or the Britishers could not pronounce it in this way. They used to call it Swali. That's why it's Battle of Swali Hole. Now in this battle, why this battle is very important? This battle is important because it marked the beginning of the end of Portugal's commercial monopoly over India. Because before this time, it was Portuguese who had numerous settlements in India at different places of India, both in the eastern coast of India and also in the western coast of India, and also in the south portion of India. So they had a very strong hold over the business or trade. And also, if you remember from the previous classes, they had monopoly of business over Indian Ocean. So in this battle of Swali Hole, what happened? For the first time in history, Portuguese were defeated. And another important event that happened during this battle was it marked the beginning of the ascent of English East India Company in India. That is the rise of East India Company in India. It happened with this battle. So this battle is very important, that happened in November 1612, where English defeated Portuguese and they thrown Portuguese out of this country, and they started building up their own settlements and they started gaining power in India. The next important event about the advent of English was the contribution of Sir Thomas Roe. The embassy of Sir Thomas Roe to the Mughal court secured an accord in the form of a farman or grant of privileges by which the English secured the right to trade and to establish factories in return for becoming the virtual naval auxiliaries of the empire. So what Thomas Roe did? Thomas Roe, he was successful to obtain the trading right for the British, and this was the first step in the beginning of British control of the Indian subcontinent. He stayed in Mughal court for 3 years from 1615 to 1618, and it was during this time he convinced Emperor Jahangir to give them the trading right, to give them the permission to set up their factories at different parts of India. Now let us see where British set up factories in India. The first factory that was set was in 1613 and it was established in Surat. Now by 1623, East India Company had established factories at Surat, Brouch, Ahmedabad, Agra and Masulipatam. By 17th century, English had not only progressed in trade but also in political control. That means they started to control Indian politics. That means they started ruling ruling India. Now we will read about advent of British in detail in our next class. Till then, if you have any queries understanding the portion that we have discussed today, send your queries during the class hours in the given mail ID. Thank you.